1972, I was graduating from high school. And you?
In 1972, I was in Sierra Leone.
Wow.
I went from Recife to Brazil to Sierra Leone.
So what were you doing there?
Well, just fooling around. That's
Okay.
what I was doing, you know.
Well, how were you bankrolling?
I was paid some serious money to leave Brazil.
Maynard, come up here. Come on, Maynard. Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Step right up with me.
I like your music. I like your song.
Yeah.
People, I've got to tell you! Were you known as Maynard for a long time?
For almost 80 years.
So when the Maynard G. Krebs thing was happening,
I wasn't here.
where were you?
I was in Brazil.
Wow, the mystery deepens.
No mystery about Brazil. It's the biggest country on the continent.
Maynard, what are you doing there? You maniac.
You want me to initiate the trip?
If
I was living in San Francisco.
Okay, yeah.
And
what got you there?
the House Committee on Un-American Activities subpoenaed me. Yeah.
Okay.
And I was working for the San Francisco Examiner
As a writer?
as at the city desk, writing about weddings in Burlingame. That's how
Okay.
And I was subpoenaed, and the union that theoretically represented me abandoned me and everybody else who was subpoenaed. And so I left the country and I just went down to Brazil. And I met this woman there, Aldegiza was her name. She spoke perfect English. She looked kind of Brazilian, but you know, everybody can look kind of Brazilian. They have a lot of Germans there, Jews, all kinds of people there, like me. And I thought she was American. She was working, she was not American. She learned English at the Marino School in Maine. They're all rich Brazilians and their daughters, not their sons, just their daughters. Anyway, it turned out, you know, she just became pregnant. That's what that thing was about. And so we got married. And so we had a son. My son still lives there.
What was Pop's name?
Pop's name was Alfredo.
Alfred. What did he look like?
He looked like me, as a matter of fact. He was a small guy.
Yeah?
He looked like I look now.
Okay.
Yeah, he looked then like I look
Yes,
now.
yes, yes, okay. All right.
Anyway, so he thought that I was not good for my son, and Aldegiza really would be better without me. And I saw which way I knew what he was saying.
How did he make the offer? You remember the room you were
Well,
in?
he said, yeah, I do. I remember exactly what happened.
Set that
They
scene.
owned, I'll tell you, the two things that they owned. That they owned the Banco do Brasil and they owned O Jornal do Brasil, which was the big paper and the big bank. But they felt that I needed to make some workplace appearance. I needed to do that. That was not my nature. So anyway, they sent a guy over.
You couldn't even do that. Just an appearance?
They sent a guy over and
Maynard.
he measured me and he asked me how I dressed. I think
Yeah.
older guys know what that means. And they sent over a guy with a bunch of white linen suits and all that stuff. And,
Yeah?
yeah. And they
All right.
expected me to show up at some office in the edificio document.
But not Maynard.
No,
Not for the man.
I couldn't get myself to do it.
Right on.
I knew I wasn't ready to settle down. I just knew it.
Wow.
I'm
So-
still not. I'm still not.
So what was the last great offer you received to leave the country?
Well, I'm not going to tell you the amount, but it was a good amount.
It was, yeah. And so you're in this room in the palace and all, and
Yes.
closes the door.
It was kind of a palace. It was built by Dom Pedro II of Portugal, who used to come there to the summer.
Yeah? So he offers you a cigar?
Nah, he didn't offer me a cigar. He just said, sit down. And I didn't. I'm a contrarian anyway. I didn't sit down.
No.
Anyway, he said, I think it would be a good thing if you were not a member of my family. And I said, well, I think it would be a good thing too, but I think it would be a better thing if you just made me $1 off. Because I knew, I mean, I could just disappear in a minute and I could be into that. So he made me an offer. He didn't have to we didn't haggle. There was no haggle.
Was it US dollars cash?
US dollars cash.
Wow.
Letter of credit. That was Swiss bank.
Oh, okay.
Letter of credit. That was good.
So your next move was what? Go to the
I
airport?
went to Recife and I took the last crossing of the Ile-de-France in the South Atlantic.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
To where? Where was
Sierra
it?
Leone.
That was Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Whoa. And those people are too big for me. I get lost.